Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, I'm going to be reviewing yet another movie for you folks. Yeah, this is going to be another Asian film I'll be reviewing, folks. I mean, sure, I could do a review for like a TV show, folks, but the thing is, I don't like watching TV. Watching television sucks. Even with Netflix, there's not a whole lot of options for me, folks. Even when I do watch a movie, it's often just the movie I'm watching, like a DVD I bought. I watch it on TV, sure, there's that. So, that's about as far as I go when it comes to watching television. So I'm not going to be reviewing any television shows, really. At least not anytime soon, anyway. But I'm going to be reviewing this Kung Fu film, folks. Yep, in this particular film, folks. Because I felt that I should review more Asian-related stuff. That's going to be the American dubbed version, just so you know, folks. We all know the dubbing isn't going to be very good when it comes to these Kung Fu movies. I'm just getting that out the way. So, of course, as always, let's get into the story of this particular film, shall we? Yes, sir. So let's go. The people of Russia will become an important part of the story in this particular film, folks. Because during the late part of the 1700s, there's these Russians who are coexisting with the people of China, so to speak, whom plan to turn over a map of the specific points of the Russians could use to invade China territory. So there's something suspicious going on, folks. So our main character in this particular film must go in as a secret agent and find out who's the traitor, of course. And of course, do attempt not to get spotted, of course. So, of course, there's this whole idea that the main character must do what's right, of course. Yeah, there's some traitors among the mist, folks. Yes, sirree. So, in this film, you get to see that in this movie, the Russian army is in trade for invasion, so to speak, into China. So, of course, the traitors themselves must give these rare gifts from the empire. The emperor, I should say. So, in this particular film, our main story does come across. There's also a little kid in this movie, which I thought was kind of annoying. And that's the thing, folks. When it comes to Kung Fu movies, I'll be bluntly honest. Yeah, big fat no, folks. No, sorry. The thing is, there's been plenty of entertainment being provided for kids anyway. And if I were the director, folks, don't get me wrong, folks. I'm not saying this movie's for kids, don't get me wrong. But if I were the director of this particular movie, I would not include any kids at all in the story. I don't know, maybe just me, I guess. And I never always started making maybe seems like family-friendly movies and then turn them into adult kind of theme movies. And wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I would have done that if I were the director. And oh yeah, right, I was talking about this movie. So anyway, folks, this film does have a pretty crazy story, if you ask me, but it's a particularly good one, folks. I like this story for this film. Okay, set aside that there's an annoying little kid in this story, folks. But that from aside, I did think this film is actually pretty good. It's not that bad, folks. I did think that some of the pacing needed some work, especially during the first third of the film. But again, this film isn't that bad. There's plenty of action. And I did like how the story was set up. It's a pretty straightforward story, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. The overall plot is pretty good, if you ask me. But again, this is the American dubbed version I'm reviewing, so I did think some of the dubbing needs some work, if you ask me. But overall, folks, I can say that this film is definitely worth your time. I enjoyed it myself, actually, and I wouldn't mind watching it again one of these days. I don't own a copy of it, folks. Yes, sirree. So, folks, I'll say that this one is not that bad of a movie, folks. I did feel maybe the ending fight, the final fight, could have been a little longer, if you ask me. I thought the last fight of the film could have been a bit stretched a bit more. But overall, a solid action film for the Kung Fu fighters fans. So, if you're a fan of these types of movies, I'd say check it out. One thing I will criticize, maybe not the movie itself, is maybe the packaging. I did feel that the print I own is kind of bad, if you ask me. So yeah, that's a bit of a downer. The packaging of the disc itself is pretty bad, if you ask me. So yeah, some of the coloring is a bit off, and some of the images is a bit blurry, if you ask me. So this looks like it was exactly like a VHS tape copy of the movie, as you can see right here, folks. So there's a DVD, mind you, that I'm talking about. It's a DVD. So yeah, some of the colors do seem faded, if you ask me. So that's not a good sign there. So one of these days I can get a better copy of this film. That would be nice. So a bit of it does need work, if you ask me. Oh boy, some of it does need some serious work. But again, this is not a bad movie. It's far from horrible. I quite enjoy it myself. And the acting isn't too bad, folks. It does have some solid acting. And of course, the fight scenes are pretty enjoyable. I do have to talk about the fight scenes because this is a kung fu movie after all. So the fight scenes are well choreographed, they're well staged, so not that bad. So yeah, this is definitely a must-see for kung fu fans, and I would say this could be a good collection for your type of kung fu stuff, folks, if you're into this kind of a thing. So yeah, I would definitely say this is definitely a recommendation for me. And I can say the music wasn't too bad, I suppose. The music does help with this particular film. But again, I just wish I had a bit of copy. I wish I had a bit of print. Because I wouldn't notice weird shit like this on the screen from time to time, folks. That's odd. But anyway, folks, I'd say this is still worth watching. This particular kung fu film does get an overall rating of a 6.1 out of 10. It gets a 6.1 out of 10 from me. And of course, as always, thanks for watching, and take care. See ya. Oh, yes, sorry, folks.